Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. So today we're going to be testing out the new e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I just picked this up off of Amazon. Very excited to try it with you. This is not a first impression. I've been using this all week. So I'm excited to share my thoughts with you. If you are new here, thank you so much for being here. My name is Laura. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and joining us here, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of any future uploads. And with that, grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's go do our makeup. Okay, so I am sitting in all natural light today because I wanted you to be able to see the finish of this foundation. Like I said, I've been using this for about 4 to 5 days now, so I already know what I think of it. I did pick this up off of Amazon. However, to choose the shade, I went to e.l.f.'s website because they have a really good shade matching tool. So there's a couple of ways that you can choose your shade. You can choose from a brand of foundation that you already use that you know works well for you. So I did that. They have a shade finder tool where you can choose off of a model, the best color and undertone that suits you, and then it will tell you what it thinks your ideal match is. So I did them both and it came out with the same shade, which is the ideal shade for me. And I ended up getting 20 light cool, which when I hear cool, I don't typically like a cool tone, but this ended up being a pretty spot on shade match for me. So if you're a similar skin tone to me, undertone, I typically like a neutral to warm undertone, but this worked very, very well for me. So this is a light to medium buildable coverage foundation. It's says it's long wearing satin finish, has it's supposed to be hydrating, which I would agree with. However, I have combination skin, so I do get oily kind of around my T-zone area, so you know, just something to keep in mind. This foundation did not break up on me. It retails for $8 and you do get 1 full fluid ounce. So if you've ever tried the other e.l.f. foundation, this one they still sell this, and this is a very, very good foundation, but it's only 0.68 fluid ounces for $6. So, I mean, you're getting a good bit of product in here for $8. And for e.l.f.'s rising prices, this is really good price. So I'm going to just I'm gonna put it on today, and I'm gonna wear it all day. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like as you put it on, how I like to apply it. It is non-comedogenic, so it will not clog your pores, which is really important for me because I do, as you can probably see, have some breakouts. So I like to make sure that my foundations will not break me out. So we're going to, it is a squeezy tube, you know, not my favorite because you don't really know how much to squeeze out, but you can build this up, nice and, thick formula. You can build it up, but only really to a point. You're not going to get full coverage out of this, but I do get a solid medium. So I'm using the BK Beauty 109 brush. Love this brush. And I am wearing my skincare sunscreen, all of that. I just start with a really, really light layer. Now, this is slightly glowy, dewy at first, I guess, but that settles down through the day. Now, I have given this a really good go. I mean, I have worn this through, I was outside on Friday, a couple days ago, taking pictures, 85 degrees outside, I was sweating, no problem. This lasted all day. It did not break up. I could not believe how well this held up in that heat. So there is one pretty light layer. So you can see, I mean, that's a pretty spot on shade match for me. The difference here, but you can still see some spots here. But overall, this is beautiful foundation. Just go in and finish up a light layer here. I've tried this over a couple of different sunscreens as well. It looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It covers everything. It's now here's one thing I will say about it is that it's, when you first put it on, like I said, it looks a little dewy. It looks like it's kind of, I don't know, sitting on your skin a little bit. Give it a second to settle in, because once it does, it looks so natural. It looks just like your skin. It is absolutely beautiful. Okay, that was all of the foundation. And look at the coverage. Again, you can still see some little freckles there and things, but this is beautiful. I'm gonna go with just a slight amount more, just another little dot. Right. And just over some areas where, just like a little bit of extra coverage here. Right, and look at that. It's gorgeous. It's got this beautiful, really natural finish. It is very similar to this. If you've tried this foundation, I mean, you don't need them both. This one is absolutely beautiful as well, but they're very, very similar. Actually, why did I put that? This is kind of distracting here. Out of my face. It's clearly time for some touch-ups. But absolutely beautiful. I have nothing bad to say about this. How it goes on, it settles into the skin nicely. You can still kind of feel it. It's a little tacky right now, but it won't stay that way. I'm gonna put a little bit of powder over it, and I will say, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. HD powder. I know a lot of people use the Halo Glow, but I've never used that. Once I tried this, I just feel the need. I don't know if they're similar, but this is in the shade Soft Luminance. It's extremely finely milled, and this is beautiful over this foundation. So what I do is I take a little powder puff like this. I get these in I think it was like a 8 or 10 pack on Amazon. And I'm just gonna tap in like this. And we're going to, actually, you know what, I didn't do concealer. Should probably do that first. Let's do that first. And you know what I'm gonna do? I wanna show you, I think I've already used it once on this channel. However, I really like it. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. This is in, I think, the lightest shade. It's like a pinky peach shade. I just take a little bit on a concealer brush. I'm gonna go in the corners of my eye where I have the most darkness, and you can see right away. Look how that covered. I almost feel like I don't need concealer when I use this. It's so brightening. And it plays well with concealers. I've used it with all different brands of concealers. So this is a really nice little product. I don't use it all the time, only if I have a good bit of darkness that I want to cover up. But right now it's not too bad, but just thought I would throw that in there. I am going to use as many e.l.f. products today as I can. I'm going to use another e.l.f. product. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. I do not care for the camo concealers. I really don't even care for the hydrating one. I don't know, I didn't find it all that hydrating. I don't know, maybe that's unpopular, but this one is gorgeous. It's a brush, and it's a little clip, kind of like a pen. And the product comes up. It is very lightweight. I have the shade Light 26N, and it's just so easy. Sometimes I carry this in my purse and I'll run around with it just in case I need a little touch up. And I like this one, this shade, because it has a little bit of a yellow undertone. I like the way that looks on my skin. This is my Angie Hot and Flashy brush, the A506 from BK Beauty. I love this concealer brush. Really, really good at quickly blending in your concealer flawlessly. Love it. Okay. All right, and that's all I'm gonna do for concealer. But anyway, I really do love this. I've seen it recently. I was at Ulta yesterday and I didn't see it. So I'm gonna double check to make sure that they still sell this. I hope that they do. But if you can get your hands on it, it's really, really good. I hope they don't discontinue it. Okay, back to the powder. Again, this is the e.l.f. HD powder in the shade Soft Luminance. I'm gonna take a little powder puff here, and this is the most flawless way I've found to apply this. And it is a little bit brightening. I just press it, and it actually, I think it must get up a little bit of the excess, because when I do this, I don't have trouble with it settling around my nose. I try to stay around my T-zone area because it's just really the only place I really need it. Maybe a little up around the outer part of my eyes, but there you go. Go flawless. Love it. Okay. All right, next up, I'm going to actually go in with something that is not e.l.f., but they are drugstore. I have been using the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. This is in the lightest shade, I believe, Buttercup, and I love this. So yesterday, I decided to try, because I love this so much and I've been using it a lot, the Buttermelt Blush. I got the shade Butter Together. Cute names. So we're gonna try this one. It's like a peachy pink and kind of luminous blush. Look at that. Really, really pretty. And I really, really love this bronzer. So I had to grab the blush. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this bronzer and blush today. I wanted to try them together. Went with a little bit of this bronzer first. And this shade is pretty, it's got kind of a reddish undertone. It gives you almost like a, I don't know, like a peachy blushed look. So you could almost get away with just using just the bronzer, but I am gonna go in with a little bit of the blush. I'm gonna do a light application. This blush gives the most beautiful blush. Bronzer gives a beautiful glow. I think it does have a little bit of a luminance to it. Just a little bit. And like I said in a I think it was my video last week, I have been coming up around my eyes like this. I just love the way that looks. It looks more cohesive. Okay, so there is the bronzer. Let's go in with this blush. I'm so excited because they are heavily scented. This one's got that kind of like coconut, buttery coconut smell. This one's like a fruity, tropical fruity kind of smell. I don't know. All right, I'm going to take a fluffier brush for the blush because I don't want it to be too heavy. Let's just see how this applies. Oh yeah, pigment. And I kind of expected that, but oh, it's so pretty. Oh, look at that, so pretty. And this bronzer lasts a good while. So I would expect the blush will last as well. Ooh, I look like I'm ready for summer. Look, I've been out in the sun. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I love these. I really, really, really like these. If you haven't tried them, I think they were about $10 each. And they have a lot of different tones. So at least in the blush, they had a lot of different shades. But I was afraid of the pigment. I'm not the best with blush and bronzer placement, so I'm careful with how dark I go in the way, especially of blush. So we'll see, but that is gorgeous. And they blend together so nicely. Let's take my foundation brush and just anywhere where I feel like I need to soften, go in and do that. Oh, it's so pretty. I have no highlighter on. That's beautiful. We're gonna go in with brows now, and I'm actually going to go ahead and do this on camera because I went back to using, I actually have used this before. It's the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. So I had the shade Deep Brown. This worked for me when my hair was my natural color. This is lighter than my natural color. Been getting it dyed for some time, and the gray, making it lighter. So I picked up the shade Neutral Brown. Neutral Brown? Yes, Neutral Brown yesterday. I love the formula of this pencil. It's a little bit thicker. But it's very creamy. And it's got a spoolie on the end, which I don't use other than to like just kind of prep them. And I go in nice and light. I don't use a lot. I don't do a lot with my brows, but just lightly kind of go in. This. Yeah, this is a much better shade for me. All right, and that's all I do for filling in my brows. But I really do like this pencil. You can use a really light hand, just goes on really nice and smooth. I really like it. But the main thing I like to do is I really like the e.l.f. Brow Lift. I use this every day, and I love the Brow Lift applicator. So it's got a little like spatula on the end, and it helps keep the product clean. I just go in and get a little bit and brush it through here, or apply it, and then I take the brush end and brush it through, and this does hold them in place all day. If you've ever seen Shelly from Geek Out of Water, she's the one who kind of suggested this product, and I really like it. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna do. Since we're doing mostly e.l.f. today, I will go in with an e.l.f. eyeshadow palette today. All right, so I'm just gonna go in with one of their bite-sized palettes. This is I Love You a Latte. It's the all matte palette, just some very basic nude shades. Love this cool toned brown here. So we're going to grab a fluffy brush and go into that. Doing anything super fancy today, so just gonna, this is just the basic look that I like to do. Now this is all matte, so I may go in and grab my Maybelline Single Shadow and put over top of this, the Glow Down. We'll see. But I do love these browns in this palette. They work very well together. And really, this really is all you need. You can make full looks with these little guys. I love them. They're so cheap. But the quality is so, so good. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit, let's see, maybe a little bit of a more tightly packed brush, and I'll go in with the shade next to it. This one here. What I like to do is just kind of push back the hooded areas of my eyes. I feel like they're kind of deep set, a little bit hooded. Just like to push that back a little bit. Very simple. Go back over it with that other brush just to kind of blend the two together. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my finger over this nude shades, kind of slightly lighter than my skin tone, just to put down a base. And I think I'm gonna go in, although I do like that matte. It's pretty just by itself. Okay. And then I think I am gonna go in with this because I cannot put this down. This is the Maybelline Expert Wear Single. I love these. The Glow Down is my newest. It's a beautiful gold shade, almost like just putting a highlighter on your lids. It's so beautiful. Makes it pop just a little bit more by having down that matte nude shade. But just, oh, I love these so much. You can get them, the cheapest place I found these little guys is at Walmart. They're about $3 a piece, so maybe a little bit more. Now these are only $3. This is some serious quality for a couple of dollars, but I do love these singles too. So pretty. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeliner. This is in the shade Summer Brown now. Love this little thing. I'm gonna need to get a new one. That, and let's keep it with e.l.f. and do the, where did I put this? We're gonna keep with e.l.f. and we're going to use their Lash Extender Tubing Mascara, which is one of my favorite from the drugstore. Definitely my favorite tubing mascara from the drugstore. I do not like Milani. Didn't work for me. Made my lashes stick together. Oh, I love that blush. That blush is so, so pretty. Love this mascara. You can build it up a little bit, but you have to be quick because with a tubing mascara, you really can't go back after it's dry, so. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do with my eye look today. I'm gonna let that mascara dry for a second before we do setting spray. I'm just gonna use a little bit of the e.l.f. Lip Reviver Glow Reviver lip oil. This is the shade Rose Envy. I also have a couple of other ones. I think Honey Talks is another one. I have Pink Quartz. These are wonderful. I love these. They're just so easy. For summer, I've got enough color. Okay, final product. We're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I really like this product. I guess it's supposed to be like a setting spray version of their primer, their green primer. That one's okay, I use it sometimes, but it's not my favorite. This has the lightest mist you've ever seen. Hardly tell it's even on your skin, honestly. But it does just give you a nice little glow. Helps everything kind of melt together. I like it. I would repurchase this, I think. Okay, that is everything. So going back to the foundation, which is the reason for this video, this is absolutely beautiful. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about it. The shade is spot on for me. This lasts all day. I have worn this through a 10 to 12 hour day. What does wear off wears very gracefully. My chin is the area that I can tell where if a foundation is going to be good and work for me and last, it wears very well on my chin area and then around my nose. I have nothing bad to say about this. It's absolutely beautiful. It is inexpensive. The quality is amazing. I mean, this is every bit as good as some high-end products that I have. I love it. I've been using it for all week. So hopefully this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this style of video, and I hope to see you again here soon. Have a great weekend ahead, and I hope that you make it a great day. Bye.